and welcome to Cooking with Sarah. Tonight I want to share with you a family recipe that was passed down from my mom, and I've expanded a little bit on it to make it a little bit healthier, but it's a potato, ham, and broccoli cheese casserole. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cube up these potatoes, put them in our pot, add some cold water, and boil these for about 20 minutes so they get nice and soft. Don't want them falling apart, but you do want them slightly cooked. So you'll be able to put a fork in them, but you don't want the fork to separate the potato and like it falling apart. Okay, I've diced 4 potatoes. Now I'm adding the cold water, and I'm going to place it the water so it covers the potatoes completely. Put a little of my potatoes, and I'm going to boil these for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just until tender, but not falling apart. Okay. I'm going to bake for turn on my oven to 350. Okay, I've turned my oven and preheated it to 350. Got my potatoes cubed and boiling on the stove for about 15 minutes. And now I'm going to cut up my broccoli and place it into my 9x13 pan. And you want to cube these up, and you can use the whole broccoli, even the stalk. And you just want to cube them up to about the same size as your potatoes. Nice, good bite-sized pieces. Now that my broccoli is all cubed and placed in my 9x13 pan, I'm going to cube up my ham, and then I'm going to place it into a skillet to give it a brown edge. You just want to brown the outside just a little bit. It helps with the flavoring of your sauce. Okay, I've got my stainless steel skillet nice and hot. Now I'm going to add the ham, the cubed ham in. You can hear the sizzle. And while that is browning, I'm going to check on my potatoes. It's starting to get tender, so I'm going to turn it off. Okay, the potatoes look done. They're still firm, but the fork did go through them. So they're nice and tender. So I'm going to drain these and then place them in our casserole dish while our ham is browning. Okay, now that the ham has browned, I'm going to put it in our casserole dish as well. And get ready to make the most important part of this dish, the cheese sauce. Just distribute that around. My little helper. Okay, to make our cheese sauce, you'll need a stick of butter, your flour, milk, and 1 8-ounce block of cheddar cheese. And you're going to cube that. You can also use shredded cheese as well. Okay, I'm going to add my stick of butter. We're going to melt that. I am using the same pan that we use the ham to get some of that ham flavoring in the sauce as well. And I'm just going to make a simple white sauce and add the cheese, and then add some spices. We're going to add like garlic salt, some onion powder, and salt and pepper. And I have all of these directions on how to make the cheese sauce in the description below. Okay. going to just make a paste with the flour and butter. And then add your milk. You can also use the potato water that you use to boil the potatoes in. This does take a little bit of patience. And make sure your stovetop is on low heat when you're mixing it together. Okay, this is mixed up pretty well. I'm going to add my cheddar cheese. Okay, the cheese is starting to melt. Get that nice orange color. And you do want it a little thick. Not too thick, but about the consistency of what gravy, your traditional gravy would be. Maybe even a little thicker than that. Okay, now I'm going to add some onion powder, some garlic, salt, and pepper. Okay, it's always a good idea to try it before you put it in your casserole, just to make sure you've got all the seasoning right. Yep, that's good. Okay, I'm going to take it off the stove and I'm going to add it to our casserole. I'm going to add our cheese sauce to our casserole. And adding this in, sometimes it's helpful to have an extra person to help you with the skillet. It gets a little heavy. But we're just going to put the sauce right on the top. And then you just kind of chop it right into the casserole. And then we're gonna, once this is mixed up, we're gonna put this into the oven at 350 for 35 minutes. And everything is really cooked, so all we wanna do is have the cheese sauce really marinate in with the other vegetables and the meat. And then the top will get a nice brown, little golden brown crust. It's looking good. Okay, let's put it in the oven. Okay, it's been 35 minutes and now the casserole is ready. I'm gonna pull it out. You can see that it's a nice golden brown on top. Okay, after you pull this out of the oven, you're gonna wait 5 to 10 minutes and then it's ready to serve up. So I hope you enjoy making this recipe with your family. This is one of our favorite recipes. Please like and subscribe. And I am not going to wait for my family. I'm going to have to dig in right now. They are going to love this. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.